showtime.
Only slabs.
Hey there, comic book friends and fiends and henchmen, do. I've been told I need to make sure I bring in the henchmen. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics, and it's another great episode of America's favorite show. I'm going to say it's America's favorite show, but it could be Canada's favorite show because an awful lot of Canadians show up for this. Let's just say it's a global sensation. There you go. The global sensation, Only Slabs, and that means I can't do it alone. I have to have my international cohort, or would you be an accomplice?
Let's see. Because I like to travel, we're gonna have to say cohort's fine or accomplice. I don't know, man.
I like that.
And
I
North
like it.
America's favorite show.
Well, we're international. We get Australia and UK in here too. And every once in a while, actually, Germany too pops in. So it's just an international sensation. Let's just go with that.
It's true. I'm good with just award winning, but okay. If you want to make it global, we'll make it global.
You know me. Go big or go home, baby. That's what she said. Anyways, welcome to Only Slabs. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest this week, let's bring him in here for just a moment before we say hello to everybody. Ben Parker Comics, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, guys?
And we hear allegedly really the first true live stream for you today.
Pretty much so, yeah.
Another one that we get to claim as being our first. We're there first.
That's only right. Slabbed. Like this is what we're. That's what we're gonna go with. Yeah. Yeah. Ben Parker's been only slabbed.
You've been only slabbed. Fair enough. Guys, let's say let's say hello to the chat. What the hell?
Romper bumper, stomper boo, tell me do. Magic mirror, tell me today, did all my friends have fun at play?
I know they did, and I'm trying to get to the top of the damn list. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Les Crucius. Woo! TM Nerdy from New Canada. I did not know there was an old Canada.
Technically, he's like in old Canada, like one of the first provinces to join Confederation.
He's kind of like the oldest part, first settlements and stuff around.
It was early. Charlottetown is where Charlottetown is actually where Canada became a country, where he lives. Yeah.
There you go. So I think you need to rewrite that, buddy.
Facts.
Hey, it's slabbing time. That indeed it is. Thank you, Chop and Drop. Hulk Collector 82. Hello. Happy to have you here with us. Shop isn't able to watch us live today, but he's got family over, but he's going to come back and watch us in the rewind. That you can be sure. Seth 11. Yes, it is slabbing time. I don't know what else you could have thought it said. OJ Simpson. Oh. Well, if it doesn't fit, Nick's Kicks and Comics. Ayo, indeed, popping up those emojis there. PSN Green Hulkster, slabbering at the mouth. So maybe slobbering or slabbering. I guess it's kind of playing on slobbering. I'll allow it. There we go.
What's happening?
There you go. The comic vet's here, in case anybody was wondering. Dr. Von Hoot's Comics from the Spiral Dimensions. Absolutely fabulous. I love that. You dropped a new video. Saw Mrs. Van Hoot.
Oh,
Von Hoot, I should say. Not Van, it's Vaughn. So congratulations there to you on those pickups. Those are some great slabs to add to the collection. Gene, good day to you, sir. See what else I'm talking about. We got, multiple Canadians here already. I mean, it is the show that's taking over the Great White North. Before long, you're going to see polar bears, instead of sipping on their Coca-Cola, they're going to be wearing Only Slab shirts and watching YouTube.
And with stickers on their asses as they walk around.
That would be a great graphic. I want to see that. Polar bears sitting around watching YouTube. Okay, maybe they can have a Coke bottle, but I mean, anyways. Let's see here. What else we got going on? Cat Fan Comics, man. Yes, hello to you, sir, and Ben Parker Comics. We're all here, allegedly. Right? Just like our friend Los Crucius, allegedly from New Mexico. I like that. Who else? Oh, hey, look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Birch Letters is in the house. I hope you figured out what to do with those yachts. If you know what we're talking about, he was having a problem with some word bubbles where everywhere he put word bubbles, the artist was complaining that the word bubbles were covering up the art. But
It's a hard life, man. It's a
it's
hard
what
life.
word bubbles do, my friend. Let's see here. We'll scroll through. I see a lot of great conversation back and forth. Everybody saying hello to everybody. Trev, the shipping guru. Hello
Trev.
to you, sir. Thank you. And oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Sith Lordy's here in the house. Congratulations. 3,000 recently.
Incredible.
Just
Nice.
rocket.
Well done, man. Well done.
Rocket to the moon, Alice. To the moon. Nobody's old enough to get that practically. The John's Comics with Kids. There's a guy who might get it. I'm not saying he's old, but I'm just saying, he might get it. Let's see here. What else is going on here? Everybody's saying hello. Oh, there we go. See? Another international. Mr. Mad Spidey. Never fear. Mad Spidey's here. The most vicious Spidey in all of Australia. I am going to get your package ready to ship out to you here, Spidey. Now I've got stuff like from 3 different people and everything else. So pretty soon you should be getting tracking number on another shipment heading your way. In fact, Mad Spidey, you owe us feedback on how Peanut Butter Captain Crunch was. I sent him a box of Peanut Butter Captain Crunch, something they don't get in Australia. And he keeps forgetting to try it. Either that or he's afraid of it. I'm not sure which. But Seth11, how you doing? The Inchman is a great name. Well, not really. I don't think you can give it maybe the 8-inchman, but I mean 6. I mean the 1. I mean, anyways.
I'm good being a 9.8.
I never could figure it out either. Yeah. How you doing there?
Jay.
Here, ladies and gentlemen, CJ. I don't know if you guys have seen, CJ's got a persona that we've all seen, the crazy, the whack. But the man recently launched some interviews with influencers and stuff. Completely different side to him. Highly recommend checking out the series. Great series so far from what I've seen. Congratulations to you, Comic Journey, on that launch. That's great. More of our Canadian contingent here.
Happy birthday, Comic Journey. Just in case those in the chat weren't aware, happy birthday.
The real James Willie.
Another Canadian.
Canadian here. Marty Aleko.
Another Canadian.
Yes, we're going big here. Go big or go home.
More Canadians.
That's right. Let's see who else we got here in the chat. Digger Jim 720 here in the house.
Honorary Canadian. Let's keep going.
I'm honorary Canadian from the South. Somebody say international sensation. Yes, we did. Collecting with Durs. I don't remember if I said hello to you. I feel like I'm way behind here. Cup of Comics. Brian LCS. I managed to just squeeze in a few moments of breakfast with Brian this morning. I have to go back and watch it. I was running out the door to an actual breakfast meeting somewhere. My goodness gracious. Look, the Mad Respect is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Mad respect to you as well, sir. I to the E. Oh, hey, there we go. We like to say, ready? Tom King, but not that Tom King. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen,
Not that there's anything wrong with that, with this Tom King.
Right. No.
It's just not the Tom King you're thinking of.
Maybe. You might be thinking of this one, but it's not the writer. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the king of all nerds, Taylor Winder, is here. That's good to know. We can actually commence now that His Royal Highness has entered the court. Kenneth Bird's here for everyone. Congratulations, Kenneth Bird, for making on out here and joining us today. We much appreciate that. Justin now hates yachts, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. The wonderful voice of OnlySlabs. My wife, the frenzy one, is here. Otuka Tour Guide. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us this morning. Yeah, man's here.
Yeah,
absolutely. Man. What's up with you? My goodness, we rolling. I'm thinking Dale. I don't know if I said hello to Dale. Dale of Suspense Comics and Collectibles has joined us. That's great. Flo Dameron representing the members with the super chat. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. lost my. All of a sudden, it shifted, and I lost my. There I am. Thank you very much. And again, just remember all the channel membership, from our super chats to this, to the membership, to the ad revenue, everything goes to Comics Curing Cancer. So thank you very much for that piece there. Flying through here, I want to make sure I hit everybody at the same time. I want to make sure that we get on with the show eventually. It's a nice problem to have. It's like watching Breakfast with Brian. It's like the entire show. He could practically do the entire hour just interacting with the chat. He only needs like 5 minutes of content. It's brilliant. And Sith is the same thing. Like on practically on
AR
on Spine Ticks, man. They go so
DJ.
much, and it's beautiful. I want to do that, but at the same time, we do have to pay
Rob's
attention to
wife.
our guest. Yes, DJ Links in the house.
Gary B.
Absolutely. Gary B, thank you. When you said aggressively relaxing, did I miss him?
I got him.
Oh, you got him. Great. Excellent. Scrolling through fast here. See what else we got. Okay, I think we caught up to everybody. So that's brilliant. I already said, again, thank you. All the channel revenue going to that. I guess we got to hide the comments here. How do I stop showing comments? Hide. All right. We're trying to do the business here. So anyways, again, all the channel membership. Thank you guys. Make sure you please like the video if you haven't right now. Take this opportunity, hit that thumbs up. It helps us to get out in front of other people who like content that you like, so that way we get more channel revenue that then goes to, from ads and such, that goes to Comics Curing Cancer. Much love to all our channel members. Dale of Suspense Comics, The Real James Willie, Shattered Glass Comic Reviews, Sector 2815, Comics by the Bay, Remy Q Studios, Circumstances, The Comic Vet, Gary B, The Casual Comic Guy, B. Ramey, DJ Links, Beckerman, Flo Dameron, Dr. Von Hoots, Comics from the Spiral Dimension, Comic Aussie, Legion of Comics, Blue Hellion Comics, Digger Jim 720, PSN Green Holster, Collecting with Durs, The Comic Book G-Man, Tate Prime, Chris and Kelly from Retro Rocket Comics, Jack B, Actual Dracula, Stephen C, TM Nerdy, Cup O Comics, Comic Journey, Six Face, Travis Vick, but not that Travis Vick, Nick's Kicks and Comics, or at least I don't think it's that Travis Vick, The Comics Viking, Trev the Shipping Guru, Justin Birch Letters, Chaos and Comics, Justin Birch Letters, Burkfam 54, Hoarder's Hide, Matt 268, Comics with Murdoch, Norin Rad 82, Austin LeMay, a new channel member, Benjamin Brandenburg, Mad Spidey, Comic Man Andy, Taylor Winder, Switch Comics, Marty Alecko, Cole's Comics Claims, Joe M, Gene Malo, Jimmy Licari, Eli Gunthar, and also new channel member Ben Parker Comics, who, of course, is with us today. Hooray! Thank you very much, guys. I'll just simply say that the 2023 Comics Curing Cancer campaign is officially live. You can donate directly by going to main.events, acsevents.org, go to C3 YouTube, or you can go to comicscuringcancer.org and scroll to the bottom and find Rob Morris there. Click on that for that campaign. But we'll be doing our big event in October. We'll cover some more business later on when we take our intermission break. In the meantime, I want to make sure we get to our guest here. I'm about to sign up. What is this? Guess what? I'm about to sign up to that list, so Rob can read my name off next week. Awesome. We really appreciate that, Seth. Really appreciate that. Everything we get, everything, like I said, it's going to Comic Curing Cancer, and such a great thing, because let's be honest, cancer touches everybody, whether you or a family member or something else. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Henchman, Seth 11. Thank you very much for becoming a member. We really appreciate you there. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves into some business, or away from the business into actually the show. How about that? Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the internet, Ben Parker, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Allegedly, Ben Parker of Ben
Allegedly.
Parker Comics. He could be somebody else. Ben Parker Comics could actually be hiding his face, and this could be allegedly.
That's true. I could be a stand-in.
That's right, an actor, if you will. Well, tell us a little bit about how'd you get into? How long ago did you get into comics?
I actually got into comics around 85, 485 when my sister came home from school for Christmas break. She came home from her boarding school and she brought me a stack of Uncanny X-Men comics in the low 200s range, maybe a couple high 100s. And I was just hooked. I mean, I think it was some of the Reavers story arc and the Morlocks.
Mm-hmm.
But, I just got hooked right away, and it's all her fault.
It's all somebody's fault, right?
That's right.
That's why I always blame my entire addiction to slabs. It's all my sister's fault.
Nice. Yeah, they like doing that kind of stuff to us, I guess.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into it, guys. Of course, make sure you give Ben Parker Comics a follow there on Instagram. You can check out his Linktree also there. No YouTube yet, but maybe.
Yeah, I have a channel. There's just nothing there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We have an account. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, someday.
But someday. There you go. There you go. Frenzy's letting you know that she's a big, huge fan of 80s and 90s X-Men. That was her jam. When we got married, that's when we carried around multiple long boxes of 80s and 90s X-Men books from house to house until we finally got into them. Anyways, all right, let's get into let's show some books. What'd you bring to kick us off with?
So most of these are not going to peel anybody's lid back. Like last week, that's some big shoes to fill there. Old David had quite an amazing collection. I just want to shout that out, But starting off is one of my books I had several copies of.
Whoa! No. Yes, David, our guest last week, everyone had some nice bangers. And then Ben just says, it's a tough act to follow. I don't have big, but and then he goes and flexes the first Spider-Woman series book. Come on, man. Come on.
Gary B's going to approve.
He had me hooked in. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he's not going to go big. But then he just like, oh, yeah, how about Spider-Woman #1? You like that?
That's just, when I was a kid, I picked up several copies of it. And actually, last year, I think Gary B, I sent one to him. And I'm not sure if he ever got it slabbed or not. I don't know that it was.
He's a big Spider-Woman fan. He might be the biggest Spider-Woman fan that I know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so he and I were, kind of dealing back and forth on some books there. But yeah, that's the first one.
There you go. Actually, good way to get the ball rolling. Dr. Von Hoot's agreeing. He loves himself some Spider-Woman as well.
Nice. Yeah.
Gary B definitely approves. That's the way to lead.
That's right, buddy. Yeah, I'll just keep on rolling. There's a.
Oh, then he backs up the first null. Come on, man.
I picked this up last year. Just
yeah,
that's right. It kind of dipped for a minute, and I took advantage of that. So I grabbed this one already slabbed. So
very good. So that's the second printing, is it not?
This is the fourth printing.
Fourth printing. Okay. Yeah, I know that book went into heavy print afterwards. It's basically at this point just the font is a different color. But yeah, big book. And a lot of people don't realize, in case you weren't aware, that's actually Miles falling. That's not Peter that's falling.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, I think I have my copy's a variant. It's not even the main cover. It's just I think I have a Tyler Kirkham variant is what I have.
Well, I got that one, and I just I like the the after printings, the second, third, fourth. I mean, a lot of those are just lower numbers, and they're different covers a little bit, and they're cool. But
consolation
prize. First printing.
There you go,
and it's signed. Like
now we'll give you the full Remy.
Yeah.
That one's signed by Cates, of course, because he. I think the other one's the only one that's not signed by him. So
nice.
Yeah,
that's yeah, that I hope they bring Null back and do him properly at this point. The King in Black started up so well and then kind of belly flopped for the end of that series that everyone, or that event that everyone seemed to be really excited about. But yeah, Null's a fascinating character.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they overdid a lot of the Venom stuff, and it just kind of they pushed themselves out of favor with the fans. I mean, it was just everything was oversaturated with all the everything. So, yeah, my opinion. All right, this one's another one from childhood that I got graded recently.
There we go. Nice.
And these, I probably had 5 copies of this book growing up, and I sold them, traded them, hung on to this one, got it graded. I actually got 2 of them graded. The other one came back in 8.0, and I worked that into a trade with Nick's Kicks and Comics a couple months ago.
Now, before you put that one down,
yes, sir.
Yes.
Does it have what do we have written up there in that upper right-hand corner there?
It ties in with the Amazing Spider-Man 252 for the first appearance of the black suit and Daredevil and Black Widow appearance. So,
there you go. So, well, 252 gets all the love.
It does.
This one is another one of the ones that's arguably the first appearance of the black suit costume.
Right, and there's the what's the Spectacular Spider-Man issue. I know I have a couple of those.
Well, there's one that's the first appearance of the black costume in that series,
right?
Versus this is actually the first appearance. So where they arrive, based on again print production runs and everything else as to which was supposed to be first. It's another one of those things where at that time, distribution of comics and printing stuff weren't always necessarily as well managed and controlled necessarily as they are today. Books would sometimes come out of sequence or come simultaneously and stuff, and then it becomes, well, which one is it?
That's right. Yeah. Yep. But hey, we collectors love a good debate. So
well, but as we've all been previously made aware of, but true gangsters get both.
That's right. That's right. So this one I actually got, it may have been in a mystery box or something.
Never seen this book before. Chris?
No idea what this is.
I got this one raw last year sometime, and I wish I could remember where it came from and I could give credit to that person. But it came back from CBCS, and the only frustrating thing is you see this little black
dot
thing right there.
Yeah.
It's some
piece of debris.
Of black something just stuck between the case, and I mean they just let me down on that whole submission, really. But yeah, I mean, still a great book, and it's along the vein of the Team Up 141. So
well, and this is one of those books that Chris likes to usually call out that is when it's not triple signed. What
you have is a rare book, slabbed. The fact that it's not signed 5 times over, right?
Well, at least 3 times, right? Because there were so many triple signing events going on during in Beatty. Yeah, they were doing triple signing events all throughout the pandemic, and so many of those books went in.
Yeah, I have that print back there of it that I got as an AOK from World Travel Nerd on Instagram, and that's signed by Mike Zeck. So
yeah. I mean, or of course, if we remember back, then of course Remy had the one that was signed by Stan Lee and Bruce Lee and Jim
Lee and Bobby Lee, and
that's right.
Justin Burgess saying that black dot is just a piece of your own black suit right in there.
Ooh, there you go.
That's right. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Break glass when you need to have your own symbiote. There you go.
That's right.
So that one was the origin. Yeah, the origin. Oh, now we pull out a 9.6.
This is the one, or one of the several that I just kind of carried around since I was a kid, and again, traded and sold the rest of them raw and got this one graded, and it came back a 9.6. And this, I believe, is from my first ever CGC submission.
Wow.
Before I did Instagram or did anything, and I sent all those books in uncleaned and unpressed. So this one could probably get a little love and a bump,
Ooh. That would be something. There you go. Because I can't remember. Well, let's take a look. I can't remember. I know there's been the book had gone really high for a while, but it took a hit. Let's see, Marvel Superheroes Secret War 8.
Yeah, what is this, around 200, 250 now?
No.
Well, I know it took a hit, but a 9.6 on the direct version actually is down to about $330. It had been up around $5 or so at one point, but during the peak when everything was going crazy. What's interesting is apparently there are 9 9s and 10s on the census, because I have sales figures for 9 9s and 10s, which are ridiculous. Even a 9.8, even a 9.8 actually on this book, for a book that is, obviously it's a big book. Not only the fact of the origin of the black suit, and also, of course, that we get, isn't it like also the first appearance of Jessica Drew or something in this one, or
Yep.
They never call that out on CBCS or CGC. It just says origin of the alien symbiote that eventually becomes Venom.
Yeah, I mean it's right. Because Venom becomes such a huge character. I mean, it's a big deal book, but there's obviously a fair amount of them out there. And I mean, a 9.8 will only it's about $650 to $700 book right now, which isn't bad for what is really a really significant modern key.
Yeah. And people have treated it as such for a long time, I mean, it's a book you see, that's what it is.
Yeah. The thing is it did come out well after the first appearance, by the time we just have Spider-Man originally, and this is one of those weird things, like we just have him show up in this black suit and we don't really know what the hell's going on. Right. And it's not until almost a year later before you get here's the story of where this came from.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Nice books. Awesome job.
Yeah. Thank you. This one was an eBay purchase a couple of years ago. I got it dirt cheap, and it looks beautiful, and I thought it would get a slightly higher grade than it did, but
it doesn't matter.
Well,
newsstand. Yeah.
The nice thing was that it was a newsstand, and I bought it, and it came, and I opened it up and looked through it, and it happened to be a Mark Jewelers that wasn't mentioned in the auction. So
Mark
okay
Jewelers,
4 or 5. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, a key as a Mark Jewelers. I mean, I like the Mark Jewelers just because because of they were only available on bases, military bases and stuff, and I mean, I just think it's cool. It's not something I pursue, but when I get one inadvertently, I'm okay with that.
It's a big book to any Spider-Man collector's PC. That book right there.
That's right.
And of course,
it doesn't matter the grade. Go ahead.
And of course, it's an infamous homage to the original Amazing Fantasy 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And the label on that, the 252, is kind of the reverse of the Team Up 141. It says ties in with Marvel Team Up 141. So first appearance of black costume, Amazing Fantasy 15 cover homage, And
Oh,
that's,
9-2 newsstand. There you go.
this is actually one of my childhood copies. So again, another book that I was just way into when I was exactly. So yeah, I mean, books like this, I always just grabbed a few because I was into them and I wanted a high grade copy. And then once slabbing came along, I was like, all right, now I'm gonna send them all in and see what I get. So another one that never got cleaned and pressed, it just got sent in.
We have ourselves another super chat. Thank you for introducing Chasm. I'm looking out for that Amazing Spider-Man series that started last year. Amp read up on the storyline. Okay. Yeah, Chasm, Ben Riley,
Mm-hmm.
who I think, my recent video I dropped, I just got a bunch of Amazing Spider-Man 93. Yeah, I think it was 93, whatever it was, where he first puts on the costume. Great character potential. I think could be the next Venom. But super chat, you know what that means? We got to roll another super chat.
An adult movie.
Tape was very entertaining.
There's so much going on there.
We love Matt from Comics by the Bay, by the way. Thank you very much there, sir.
He is a good dude, definitely.
Yeah. God damn it, Rob. Chasm is his dude. There you go. We haven't even gotten to that. Jeez. All right. Awesome. Ben Parker. What is Stan Lee's address? Give it to us. It's a cemetery.
Yeah.
6 feet under somewhere. Definitely.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So this is one of the only variants that I'm going to show, and it's actually the same book. It's ASM 252, but it's a Niagara Falls variant. And
I've never seen this.
These the printing press in Niagara Falls shut down, and I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe it was because of they were doing all this Marvel stuff, and Marvel didn't even really know about it, so they got in trouble and shut down their press, and from what I understand, they only printed 4 books. And this is one of them. This is from 07. Yeah, November 07. Niagara Falls, Canada, promotional reprints, Amazing Spider-Man 252. So,
yeah. And
these are, these can be hard to find because I think they were only open a couple of years and they got shut down by Marvel. And who knows? There's probably a warehouse on the border of Canada somewhere full of these things,
I'll let you guys know after this show. But yeah, exactly. Ben, if you could hold that back up, so in case of those who have not been to Niagara Falls, either the Canadian or American side, Niagara Falls is actually split into 2 separate entities. There is the Canadian side, which is called the Horseshoe Falls, and then the American side, which is simply called the American Falls. What's behind Spider-Man right there is the Horseshoe Falls, the Canadian side. So as Ben just said, it's a Canadian company that was printing this book and caused some controversy or whatever. But yeah, that's actually an excellent representation of how the falls is actually shaped. And if you've ever watched the Superman films, you'll know that Superman saved a kid that slipped or whatever. And that's, again, on the Canadian side that's the more touristy side. I'm not saying that because I'm Canadian, but it's a more touristy side. They have a whole bunch of attractions set up around the falls on the Canadian side. And the American side is more of just a lookout kind of thing. But yeah, that's a great book. I've never seen it before either. I've seen some people in the chat talk about they've heard about it and haven't seen it. I'm the same way. I've never seen that book in person.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking at it right now. It comes up in the system. Hasn't been a sale record, at least within the tracked sales, since June of 2021.
Mhm.
Back then a 9.8 sold for $300, but that's that's I think
Rare.
it's definitely a rare book. I mean, I think it's definitely one of those books that just gets going to get what it gets for somebody who's interested in collecting one of those.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, love some unique covers. So it's always great to see
Mhm.
something you've never seen before, even on a book that, you know, ASM 252 you've seen, you heard, or get a reprint. But when it's something so unique like that, that's really really cool. Thanks for sharing that one.
Yeah, and those are actually, I think if my memory serves, they're essentially the first variants or reprint variants that I can remember ever being aware of.
Well, variant maybe, yeah, because there was a depending on what you consider variant, because there was obviously for that particular book there was a Toy Biz reprint and a Walmart DVD reprint that came out in um, so before that one, it looks like, and then then eventually there was later there would be another facsimile, but
Yeah, I just mean like the Niagara Falls were the first variants that ever came across my radar, and I said I gotta get it. So
so there you go. Mad Spidey says the second one he's seen, very rare, very
nice. So this next one is one of the other 4 Niagara Falls variants,
ooh,
and that is ASM 300. And these all, I picked all 4 of these up raw on eBay. I mean, back in the day, shortly after they came out, and just held on to them forever. And last year I sent them in to see how we did.
So Ben, are they using the exact same background of the Horseshoe Falls there? And then just putting a different image in front of the falls?
Let's see if I can.
No,
I don't believe so.
No,
they do
no,
look.
it's
They
probably
do look a
different.
little different. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So that's ASM 300, and
Yeah.
that is essentially the closest I have to an ASM 300 now. It's crazy. Back in the day, I think I had between 10 and 20 copies of ASM 300, and I just used to give them away to people. And I had a 9.8 CGC also that I sold for I don't know, probably $200 about 10 years ago to buy my first house. So just one of many that I sold.
You bought a house for $200?
It was amazing.
Wait, where?
I mean, in Detroit.
It was a monopoly house.
Where, Detroit?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I sold, but it's essentially one of the greatest things and most regrettable things I've ever done in my life, and sold off a massive amount of key books and ASM1.
But you have a home.
Huh?
But you have a house.
I do have a house.
So there you
Yeah,
go.
I've gotten another, and I got a wife out of the deal too.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Some would say that could be a good
It
return
was
on your
worth it.
investment.
Some would say.
Yeah,
Well,
I know other people who may not, but I would be one of those
Okay.
people who would say it was especially since my wife's in the chat. It was a great return on my investment. I didn't sell
That's
anything
right.
to get her, but
all right, so
chloroform and Stockholm syndrome do wonders.
Jean Malo was saying it's actually episode 24. This is legacy number 84. Thank you
Well,
for
there you
that.
keeping track of that. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
not actually paid attention to track.
I wasn't aware of
Nice.
that either. I didn't realize that we've
I know
now moved
I remember
into
we
legacy
joked about.
numbering.
I remember we joked about that at one point when we
Yeah.
changed the name, but I never
Yeah.
followed through on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob's a wise man. Well,
Yeah.
see, Stockholm syndrome. Go ahead.
Wow.
So the next one is actually, I believe this was the first of the Niagara Falls books that were put out.
Oh, wow.
And that is,
Wow.
Ultimate Spider-Man number 6.
That's a great cover.
Yeah,
And
and
who's the cover artist for that image?
this one is Mark Bagley
Okay, I thought so.
and Art T-Bert on the art. Yeah, Art does the art. So I should have showed these two. They also have like a come visit Niagara Falls kind of promotion on the back of them. So
That's great.
yeah, it's interesting. I mean, they caught my attention early on, and I just had to have them. So
These are
Right.
This is great. Everybody's talking about these are really, really. You sit there, and you built yourself down low.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then
And then
you bring in stuff that no one's ever seen. And this is what's great. Again, I've always said this show's not about bringing the $3 million banger or something, but there's bringing the books that are interesting to you that people like, and you brought stuff that here people just haven't seen before. This is great.
well, this next one is the rarest of the Niagara Falls variants, and that is Marvel Age Spider-Man Volume 2, Number 7. And this, I believe, was the second. Yeah, this was the second one they came out with. And it's not a big book. It's not a key or anything like that. But the rumor is that after the printing press was shut down, the warehouse where they were storing all of the back stock, all of the stock of comic books, had a water main burst. And it burst right above the pallet of these books, of this issue. And so 90% of them were water damaged, and it's extremely hard to find this one in a higher grade. So I found a raw copy. I scoured. I looked and looked, and
if everyone can just listen closely, you can hear everyone in the chat typing on eBay Spider-Man Niagara Falls right now.
you can find them. And honestly, I mean, this book raw, for some reason, I think on Joe Collect or something, I saw it earlier today, and they were like, average cost $17. And I was like,
Well, let's see. Which one was this? This was which issue?
what's that?
Which issue is this? Spider-Man?
This?
Yeah.
This is Marvel Age Spider-Man.
Oh, Marvel Age.
Volume 2, Number 7. But it's in high grade. From what I understand, it's kind of a ghost. And every time I've tried to look for one of these in high grade slabbed, I haven't been able to find.
Is that from 2004?
It is from 06.
06. Okay.
Yeah.
Not even getting the series even coming up.
I could throw a rock at Niagara Falls from here, and I've never heard of any of these 4 books ever. And I have freaking Spider-Man tattooed on my arm. That's just mind blowing.
I can't even find it coming up in cover price.
Yeah,
but
they're super rare.
that's great.
Yeah.
Hello to Nick, by the way, who's joined the chat.
Yeah, those 4 are some of my favorite books. I held on to them, and the minute I started grading books, I was all about it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
All right, so this is
Ooh, careful.
they're protected. It's fine. This is one of the Silver Age ASM.
Yeah.
And this is number 30. This is the first appearance of the Cat Burglar. And I actually won this slab in a mystery box from Nate's Comics on Instagram.
That is great. Because a 7.0 on that book. That book That's one where I had a really low copy and I scoured to find something that was like mid grade or something. And it was
Yeah.
difficult. I mean, it's high grade copies of that are not that easy to come by because it is just
Nope.
takes
And
spine ticks.
yeah,
Good
spine
to
ticks, chipping, the whole 9
great.
yards. Now, as some people that are hanging out in the chat and Rob knows, I've worked on and finally completed Spider-Man issue 1 to 50. The book
Nice.
that Ben's holding in his hand was the very first book that I picked up to start that
Wow.
insane journey that took almost
Nice.
10, 12 years. But yeah, that issue right there, the first cat burglar, that's the
Very
one
cool.
that started my ASM journey. And
Interestingly,
yeah, go ahead, Rob.
Interesting enough, I have a low grade copy up on my eBay right now. That's gonna be ending tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah,
Selfless plug.
I have a raw copy of
What's
this.
the grade, Rob?
It's a
I have
low
a
grade
raw copy of this that's missing like a big chunk of the cover. I think it's bottom, but yeah, it's when this came in that mystery box, I was ecstatic that raw copy was didn't matter anymore.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Trev. Yeah, mine's a 5.5. So good for you. 7.0 out of a mystery box.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrific.
Yeah, he was Nate. I don't think he's been doing mystery boxes in the last year or so, but when he was doing them, they were phenomenal. So
Now I'm curious, what did I finally ended up with? Go ahead. Sorry.
So yeah, I'll do 2 more and I'll be at my halfway for you.
All right.
Sounds good.
This is one of the first slabbed books I bought. Already slabbed off of eBay quite a while ago, and it's Tales of Suspense 84.
Wow.
Just a real cool, super adaptoid cover. I love this one. And
Yep, and that's an early generation
logo there.
Yeah, the CGC label too.
Yeah,
that's an older one.
Yeah, this is one of the ones with the crappy paper label on the outside.
Yeah,
pretty flimsy slab. But I also think they're harder on grading these days, and books like this terrify me to resub. So.
Well, you can just send it in as a reholder.
Yeah.
You don't have to necessarily crack and submit it for a reason. You just send it in exactly like that and ask for a reholder on it. It'll cost you less money, and they'll just change out the case unless they look in the process when they're looking at, they see something that's obvious that it shouldn't be that grade. They're not even going to go through grading. It's just going to get re-slabbed in a modern slab and sent back to you.
That's good to know. I thought they regraded everything. So
no.
Very good to know.
It just gets a quick glance at. Yeah, living the old school Marvel goodness. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so my last one before the halfway is number 99, the last issue before it changes to the Iron Man or Captain America.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I've never seen that cover before, Alan. And look how small Captain America's trade dress is there.
Right, exactly. Iron Man. Oh,
they made it up to him in the next issue.
That's true. Yeah.
The mercy of the magician.
But these, as far as just straight up Silver Age titles, the Tales to Astonish, Tales of Suspense were two that just really got me when I was a kid. It made me think of like how my dad felt reading comics when he was a kid, in the 40s and 50s. So
excellent. What a great way to get us started there. Appreciate you there on that.
Thank you.
Let us go into here mode. I'm going to stop this scroll for a moment. And again, thank you guys all for coming on out for this. You guys are great in the chat, keeping this thing going. I want to remind everyone, again, hit that like button if you don't mind. If you're not subscribe, become a member, all those fun things. We're going to be there. June 16th through the 18th, Heroes Con.
That's right.
If you come on out there, you can. All three of us are going to be there, actually.
That's right.
So, it'll be fun, and we're still working out the details. But it looks like we might go live from the event there, which would potentially be the 101st episode. But we might call it the 100.5 or something, because it won't be a full blown regular episode. It would be something. It might be just a special. But
It'll be the easy listening episode.
But hey, the week before will be our 100th episode. We're working on all that fun stuff's cranking up. Thank you guys all for that. If you're interested in becoming a member or a guest on the show, we are booking for late April, early May. Just to reach on out to me, and we can talk about getting you on. Much appreciate for all those who have been past guests, and for those who've expressed interest in being a guest. But it's time for us to do a giveaway. So let's start off with, first of all, guys, hit that hashtag #MakeMineMarvel, and we'll do our giveaway from the prize box. While we're letting people type that in there, Ben, you got anything coming up for you on Instagram? Obviously, you're not doing the YouTube yet, but anything coming up that people should be aware of? Or did you like to promote?
Let's see. I am in the process of expanding my space from this guest bedroom, which is about 100 square feet, to a 500 square foot space, and just going to do kind of the best comic book room I can possibly do. So eventually after that, I think I'll probably get my YouTube going, but let's see. As far as other stuff, I am going to be on the 1011 with Gary B next Thursday.
Awesome.
Oh, awesome. So there you go. Check out on Thursday or Tuesday.
I believe he said Thursday.
Oh, he must be doing a special episode then. Okay. Awesome. Chris, how about yourself? What's new coming up?
Let's see. I got a few videos now in the can. I'm going to be having a mystery box opening Monday from Nick's Kicks and Comics. There's going to be a surprise AOK from someone that's been hanging out in the chat. Tomorrow will be two cool guys, two hot picks. This Wednesday will be a live new comic book day hangout. It's an open invitation to come show us what you got. And in a couple weeks on Show Us What You Got, I'll be doing another Comic Army box giveaway for all my channel subscribers.
Awesome.
Or pardon me, channel members that are also subscribers.
Great. Hey guys, if you're interested in other ways that you can help support comics curing cancer, don't forget you can go to fatstacksmerch.com. All the merchandise sales that go there go to support comics curing cancer. As a matter of fact, right now through the end of the month, there's a special discount code that's even better than the normal henchman code. If you use the code Tenchman, so henchman but replace the H with a T, Tenchman, you'll get 10% off any purchases from the Fat Stacks merch store. That includes regular Fat Stacks merch as well as OnlySlabs merch, hats, mugs, etc., all benefiting comics curing cancer. Also, don't forget, if you need Comic Book Express, check out theroguetraderutah.com. Use the code FATSTACKS and check out. You'll get 20% off your pressing needs, including already discounted bundles, and $10 will be donated to Comics Curing Cancer. All right, we got 40 out of 55 people, so last chance there to get in that Make Mine Marvel. Don't forget, we don't discriminate internationally, so go ahead and put your hashtag in there. And we're going to spin this here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Wheel of Fish.
Such a great movie.
Winner, Dr. Hugenstein.
Dr. Hugenstein.
Awesome. I have not had you sent you anything before, so please reach out to me on Instagram at robs.fatstacks or by email robs.fatstacks@gmail.com with your ship to address, and we'll go ahead and get these out to you. All right, let's go ahead and grab the box.
Watch your back, Rob. Okay.
All right, Ben. You're going to pick for Dr. Hugenstein.
All right.
You pick numbers 1 through 10 from the front, or 1 through 10 from the back, or give some back to front action. Tell me when to stop, and we'll pull the books.
All right. And we do 6 pulls?
Yeah, we're going to do at least 6 pulls. There's a chance at slabs in here as well as the comic books themselves.
All right. So let's go 4 from the back first.
4 from the back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And of course, every book comes with 2 Pokemon cards, courtesy of Shattered Glass Comic Reviews of Whack Comics. Some of them, I know there's some Japanese cards. Some of them got hollows. There's all kinds of stuff in here. So I don't know. I don't know if they're any good or not. I don't know anything about them, but Chris will tell you. Anyways, go ahead, Ben. Next.
We will do 6 from the front.
All right, 2, 4, 6. Okay.
We'll do 5 from the back.
5 from the back. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right.
3 from the front. And we'll do the back and forth on the last 2. Right there. Yep.
Okay. In front, behind, or both?
Do behind.
Behind. Okay.
Yep.
And back to front again?
Yep. Right there.
Front or back?
We'll do front on that one.
All right. Let's see what you got, Dr. Hugenstein. First book
Good luck,
up.
Doctor.
Poison Ivy, number 1.
Woo!
Little Zerdy action.
Love it. Love it.
Chris has been loving that series.
I was just going to say, it's such a good series. Everyone should be reading Poison Ivy. Go ahead.
All right, another book. I'm going to have to replace this again. We got, I think this is like second week in a row we pulled an X-Force number 1 in the poly bag. I don't know what the card is. I'm not going to pull it out to try to figure it out. Good luck to you with whatever card might be in there in addition to your Pokemon cards. How about Facsimile Marvel Family Comics, Black Adam's first appearance.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Batman Catwoman number 1.
Ooh, another nice cover.
So this one,
and Rob, who wrote that book?
Tom King.
Oh, that Tom King.
That Tom King. Yes.
Okay. Okay. That the other Tom King.
Yeah, the other guy. The guy not watching the channel.
You never know.
Oh, there's a lot going on here.
One of the most unfortunate storylines, but brand new day, Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Someday somebody somewhere might appreciate that storyline, but I do. And then
Our pleasure.
Amazing Spider-Man number 20, Hunted. So this would be from the Nick Spencer run, mostly.
You think Brand New Day was bad, and then Nick Spencer started writing Spider-Man.
Well, but fortunately, this is still early enough in the run where it was mildly interesting. It hadn't yet drug out to be a million.
It's funny you're being nicer than the Canadian on the panel. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yes, Mad Spidey. We prefer not to speak about Brand New Day and the horrors that it brought upon the Spider-Verse. We Spider fans are a beaten down lot, but we still hold out hope. All right. That's Chris, if you want to move Ben back in there while I write down, label these books so I remember that these are for Dr. Hugenstein. Congratulations again on your wins. Of course, I'll ship those out. You'll also get both Fat Stacks and Chris the Comic Vet stickers and the the new exclusive OnlySlabs magnet. That even I don't think Chris even has the newest one that's shipping right now. It's just the oval. But anyways, yeah, no, thank you for coming out and watching. All right, guys, let's kick this back off into the second half here. Go ahead, Ben. What do you got to kick us down the second side here?
All right, so this is a book, another one that I had in my collection raw for just decades and decades, and I thought it looked good enough to send in. So that's Tales to Astonish 49. This is the issue that Ant-Man becomes Giant Man. And,
oh my goodness.
Super disappointed when it came back with the purple label.
So what? So why? What's it say there?
They said there was a slight color touch, and I was bullshit. There's nothing on here, and I looked much closer, and just somewhere right in here, whoever owned it before me just dabbed a little spot with a Sharpie or something, and I guess that was pre-Sharpie, but so they took their Stabilo marker and just put a little dot on there. And
but fortunately, I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks. You're disappointed when you're expecting one thing, but at least it's an older book, right? That I don't mind when it comes to silver and golden age books and stuff. I don't mind a purple label, especially something like that. It's an 8.0 and it's always been called a slight color touch. People go, hey, you know what? That's fine.
Yep. It's very slight color touch is what they say.
Yeah, they call it very slight. That's even better, right?
Or now this one actually does say slight, but I say very slight.
That's an important Marvel key that actually doesn't seem to get that much love on the secondary market right now.
I agree. Yep. But one of my favorite old TTA books. And this is another Tales to Astonish, another one that I actually bought slabbed on eBay back in the day. So it's the old style with the horrible label on top, but it's an 8.5, and I think I got it for under $100. So
like a beast.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one of those 3 a.m. nobody's paying attention auctions.
Right.
Slips right through the cracks into your doorstep. Very
into
nice.
My doorstep. That's right. So that's another great book I love.
Ben, what's it say on the right side of the label up there?
That just says Submariner cameo in Hulk's story. So,
okay.
Yeah. Gene Colan did the cover. It's just I love it. It's these are some of my favorite books of all time. The old early silver, I guess you'd say, or I guess that was later silver at that point. But this is a book that I also got bought already slabbed, which is Howard the Duck 13. Which is the first full appearance of Kiss in comics. Kiss the band.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I got it super cheap. I saw the newsstand, and this is I was a huge Kiss fan when I was a kid. It was Kiss Destroyer was the first album I ever got. My little old granny bought me the vinyl when I was like 8 years old, and I just thought that was really cool. I didn't even know they were in comics until I heard about this. So
that's awesome.
And it's got a Son of Satan appearance also, who I also really like, the Damien Hirst one.
Nice.
Yeah. Also an older CBCS slab, so it's one of the flimsy, creaky ones, This book is a book that I got from Gary B. In a trade.
Oh,
I believe I traded him some cash for this. And so, first appearance of Scott Lang, who, of course, later becomes Ant-Man. And that's just one of those Avengers covers that I love. It's got absolutely everybody on it. So,
Exactly. So many people on there.
yeah. And again, a newsstand, which, it's
oh my goodness.
it's not a huge thing to me being newsstand or not, but somehow I love a high grade newsstand more because I feel like it was more subjected to the sticky fingers of all the little kids, and so
the spinner rack, the people pulling books forward, and because there's different things behind it, so it gets bent, and there's a lot of things that went on, and then it had to survive. Now we didn't have to survive all that, and eventually someone taking it home. But, it had to be actually one of the ones that was purchased and didn't get ripped into pieces because they didn't sell, and the store was getting their refunds by destroying the unsold copies. And
to answer the question for collecting winters, so Kiss had a magazine size Marvel comic book that came out in the late 70s after that Howard the Duck came out, and that's so the legend goes that each one of them did a pinprick to their finger and they dropped it all into one of the big vats that held the ink, and then the printing press fired up and started printing those Marvel magazines. So yeah, Kiss actually ended up with a few Marvel magazines before Gene Simmons created his own comic imprint company and made just a bunch of different Kiss comic books. But yeah, that's a good question. I've seen Kiss twice on their final leg this tour alone right now.
Nice. Wow. Let's see. This is a familiar one to most people. Since I cut my teeth on X-Men originally.
Craziest cover on the planet, practically.
Yeah, such a great character, terrible cover.
It's so busy, yeah. But I don't even know that I knew this was Rogue's first appearance when I picked this book up, and then I was like, oh wow, that's I have that in relatively high grade. I should do something about that.
And it's even worse if you ever try to get it signed. It's like, where do you get it signed?
Where?
There's no place except please sign it either across the trade dress or across the bicycle giveaway.
The bike contest. Yeah, that nobody won.
Yeah. So,
could you sign the back?
Yeah, absolutely.
But you have nothing to do with Legos? Oh, well. Oh, yeah. Gary says he just bought one today. There you go.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Some love there.
All right. Well, this book I actually got for free in the mail.
For free by mail. Wait, no.
Yeah, it was for free by mail. Actually, Taylor Winder and Yama and I Got Comics were blowing up my messages one day saying, you just won a big book on that Spider-Man booth. And I said, what? And, so I went on and looked, and it's, it's signed by Stan. It's probably the muddiest Stan Lee signature ever. Look at that.
Oh boy!
And right across his face, he couldn't sign it like on the palm of his hand, or
it's right
an inch lower above the surfer himself. Like, come on!
And look at that signature. It looks like he just. But this one was actually signed just a month or two before he passed, so I think he was definitely slowing down at that point, pressing a little harder on the Sharpie, and I mean,
well, it was probably a paint pen too in silver or something. So
it
comes out in globs and stuff. But still, ladies and gentlemen, a Stan Lee signed book.
Yep, and first Mephisto, which is, great for me. I don't do a lot with spec, but I mean, I booked.
He's been spec'd for sure, isn't he?
I mean, books that people want to send me for free, I'm not going to turn them down. So-
Right, exactly. No, don't send me a free key signed by Stan Lee. Speaking of free key, don't forget, guys, subscribe to Freaky Louie, because otherwise I'm gonna have to go be like the end of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and I'm gonna fly to your house and beat the crap out of you.
Fanboy Prime, thanks for joining us.
All right, this one I honestly know nothing about this book. It's just super cool, and I won it on an Instagram giveaway from Encased Comics, and I just think that is a super cool cover. I mean,
That is awesome.
it's really, really cool. So it's Cold Dead Hands, no number. It's from Source Point 2019, and it's signed by, let's see, Garrett Gunn, who was the writer on this.
Awesome.
And I think that's a really cool, like that cover is right up my alley, you know, so love that. This next one is one that I submitted to CBCS earlier this year. And I did submit it for
Justin Birch lettered.
Oh, can
Lettered that other
you?
book.
Oh, very good.
nice, Justin. So this one, I submitted it for signature verification, and it actually was right around the time that George Perez was, at his in his decline.
Mm-hmm.
And cool thing about this is when I bought this book, I knew it was signed, and what I didn't know when I opened it is it came with this letter from the signing event in 91, I believe. And this, it's from Hero Land Comics in Illinois. It's your certificate of authenticity, autographed in gold by George Perez. Every copy of this signed comic has been autographed in gold and stamped on the back cover with 2 stamps. There's 2
Right.
stamps to show that it came from that event. And it's been personally signed by the owner, the authenticity certificate. The stamps are to prevent fraud and all that. Portion of the original sale price of the comic from this store was donated to help combat juvenile diabetes. So,
yeah, Perez did a lot of fundraising events.
Mm-hmm.
he did. And the cool thing is on the back, there are all these other signed books that you can buy. And you could buy Uncanny X-Men #1, obviously the 90s run, signed by Stan Lee for $12.95.
Wow. But no, that's great. So the nice thing is when they do that with those 2 stamps or something else where it ties it, the book itself to the letter, so you know
That's right.
that it's not, because most certificate authenticities you could take it and attach it to almost any
That's right.
book. So that helps to tie it to that one specific thing. Now go back real quick. Gene did have a question asked. Do we know why CGC doesn't do verification? Yes. So CGC doesn't do signature verification because signature verification is not a 100% thing. It's an analysis. It's not perfect. And they say that, for them, they don't want to, if they don't witness it, they just don't count it, and they don't want to get into that business as verification. Whereas Beckett, who owns CBCS, that was one of their business things is doing signature verifications, and so they do it. And of course, the other grading companies, both EGS and PGX, they also do a signature verification utilizing computer software that they're able to do. And so if they have stuff that's there, they'll try to do the verification. But the only it's only best effort. It's not 100%, and that's why you do hear every once in a while you'll hear comments come out about, oh, well, this was faked, and this, it was somebody knowingly faked it and posted out there. That can happen with signature verification. It's not 100%. You're just getting a third party to say, well, we believe that this is legit.
It's also pretty rare that CBCS will authenticate a Stan Lee signature.
Yeah, there's some signatures I know, like I know that on PGX's website, for example, they say that they won't authenticate a Stan Lee, or there's a couple people now, but just because the signature is so it has a high level of
forgery.
Because it's got a perceived significant added value, that so they won't even do it. Plus, also in some cases, some of those signatures, with so many different variations that are out there, it becomes more and more difficult. Or in the case of, for example, that Stan Lee signature that you showed earlier, it's just a blob. It's very difficult. You maybe can't do. But even Beckett will have issues where, when you submit a book for signature verification, they're going to ask you on the form, if they can't verify the signature, do you want us to proceed with slabbing and stuff? Because even if it's legit, there might be a reason why they can't verify the signature, in which case they won't verify the signature, and you might get the book back raw, or you'll get it slabbed without the verification. It'll just say name written on front of the book.
Yeah. Essentially your green label slab. Yeah.
Good question. Thanks for asking it, man.
Yeah, it's a great question. Here's another one that I had forever and a day, and I actually upgraded to this copy from my old raw copy that was beat up. I bought this one slabbed already on eBay a long time ago, but yeah, it's just X-Men 69, and it's when I was in a huge push to fill up my Silver Age X-Men run.
Awesome.
The old Mimic. And this is another one that I found inexpensively on eBay back in the day, and it's just any kind of Juggernaut cover is okay with me.
Big Juggernaut fan then.
Yeah, I always love the Juggernaut. Yeah. So, and I believe is this. They didn't say. I thought this might have been in their reprint era of.
Which issue is it?
81. Yeah,
yes.
81.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just one of those classics.
They did. Well, then that's a whole other set of reprints, right? It was the X-Men classics.
Yeah, classic X-Men with Arthur Adams doing the cover.
It's one of the classics, but not those.
Yeah.
A reprint of 33. Yeah.
Let's see.
This is Justin Birch, the resident X-Men king there. He recently completed his early run there on those things. So, and John's Comics Kids with You, he's a big Juggernaut fan too.
Yeah. This is another one that made me just a little sad when it came back as a 9.6. But it's
but still, great book that's continues to gain popularity. The first cover appearance of Gambit, and of course the first chronological story appearance of Gambit.
Yeah.
Second printed or second released appearance.
So that was my childhood copy. I mean, this is the one I picked up, at my LCS way back in the day. And
Nice.
9.6, I'm happy with it,
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. I was waiting for someone to put it in there.
Yeah. My wife, big Storm fan, so anytime a Storm makes the cover, first Gambit in this house. Well, I like to be as accurate as possible and avoid the controversies, and I will call it what it is: the first cover appearance and first chronological story appearance.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, at least two signatures on there.
Yeah, this is double signed, and
Nice. I love me some multi-sig books.
this one I actually won slabbed already in a yeah man, I got comics mystery box.
Oh,
Knock that.
Back,
wow.
I believe this may have been the GP for the box, but it's signed by Joe Rubenstein and Chris Claremont. And I was totally happy with 8.5 in this, and you know, I'm a hoarder and I'm not going to sell either one of those copies.
Yeah, I like Mohawk Storm as well.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite books that I own because it's signed by one of my favorite modern artists, Michael Turner, and
Awesome.
you know, of course, the guy responsible for Aspen and all that. But
Now, is that a verified autograph then, or witnessed?
this one is verified. I sent it in.
Okay.
I sent it in.
All right.
Signed.
I was like, yeah, Michael Turner's been gone for a while now. Aspen still releases some basically at this point now is sketch work,
Right.
that they can still get their hands on. But yeah, he was fantastic. True, like one of those artists that I felt was that he had that 90s style, but was progressing away from, you know, that over the top women kind of artwork. And yeah, the Civil War stuff that he was doing for that first run that Marvel did was incredible work. And then he passed away afterwards. But yeah, I think the last artwork that I can remember that's been published was that that Spider-Man booth did a Spider-Woman exclusive that came out in one of their big mystery boxes.
That's right.
And that was an incredible cover as well.
Agreed.
Gary B just commented, yeah, he actually sent me a copy of that Michael Turner book I'm talking about. But yeah, Michael Turner, yeah, just gone too early.
Yeah, I agree. I think he had, what was it, bone cancer, or it was something really that just knocked him down. And I mean, I know he worked while he was sick as much as he could, but yeah, it's another one that was just gone way too soon.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Again, cancer's hitting us all, guys. Again, all the membership for blah blah support. This channel is a support for comics curing cancer, which good go. All right, nice chance just to tease that in there.
All right, I have two more books here, and
that's right.
Both are books I've had for quite some time, but I sent them in just to see how they would do again.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Never cleaned or pressed these ones, so I feel like they got some room to grow, but I'm happy with the 9.2. I really just think this book looks great. I can't wait to get my room done and put these up on the wall, you know, and just be able to look at them all day, every day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. Warlock's about to go really big. Him.
Really?
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I struggle with keeping up with what's coming out and the spec and who's hot and who's supposed to be showing up that inevitably never shows up or is.
Well, they really did one hell of a tease, and it's pretty much it's been confirmed, I believe, that Warlock is in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, they've shown footage at this point now.
Well, but Marvel trailers showing footage don't mean squat, Chris. Come on.
Yeah, this is true.
I can't keep up.
It's like a comic book cover. It's bound to lie to you.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, last book is one
that
I just got back a couple months ago, and
this is my best ever.
Yeah,
2 weeks in a row now for this, isn't it?
Everybody with headphones now, just damn you, Rob.
It is 2 weeks in a row. He showed that last week, and I was like, no.
No, such an important book, though, man. Such an important book.
Yeah, I mean, I love this. I mean, it's just that's my childhood all day long, you know, just reading books like this. And
yeah, it's such an important book. Kirby doing one of his masterpiece creations when he finally got his own monthly series. That's just It's in fact it's a special book. Let's be honest. Yeah, I have a large part of my heart for the Black Panther. Just incredible. And the fact, like I said, Kirby is the one for that did that iconic cover. Yeah, it's just special. Great way to end the show, man.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that one never gets old.
Yeah, I agree. I feel, I smile every time I pull it out and realize that I actually have it. It's just another one of those great ones that I was.
Just in case you were nodding off, CJ, we had to wake you up there.
You awake now?
Yeah.
Keeping up with us? Let's go.
Okay, thank you very much, man. Great episode. Thanks for letting us think this was going to be a downer episode, but instead being another banger.
Yeah.
That's what we do here. Banger after banger after banger. There you go. Guys,
your guest list has been a veritable who's who before me, so it was a lot to follow, and it's a lot of fun, man. I really appreciate it, guys.
We like to mix it up. So anyways, guys, again, everybody, make sure that you guys check out down the link below. You'll find a link to Ben Parker Comics Instagram and his Linktree. Check that out. Also, of course, a link to my man Chris, the Comic Vet's information, the Comic Vet on Instagram and the Comic Vet here on YouTube. You can find him and what he's got going on and doing. And of course, if you're not liking and subscribing to this channel, please do so. Again, the likes are going to help us out when it comes to the ad revenue, get in front of more people to help with comics curing cancer. And to subscribe, just so you can know what's going on. You can find this channel, get those notifications of when we go live. Of course, normal drops on Monday and Thursday. We have various box openings. And that coming up shortly, we have a mystery box, and we got some more slabs coming up in the week. And then next week on the show, guys, I don't know exactly which members yet because it's still up in the air, but Comic Gains will be here on OnlySlabs. So come on, stick around, check out the Comic Gangs team and see what they have to show off on the show. Of course, as I said before, if you're interested in becoming a member or a channel guest, please just reach on out to me at Rob's Fat Stacks Instagram or email robs.fatstacks@gmail.com. We're booking for late April and May. It seems like it's far out, but it really isn't. Actually, I'm just booking all the way up to Heroes Con at this point. That's going to be a nice easy mark to book out to. We do have to do another giveaway though. So let me go ahead and go here. Boom. OnlySlabs, of course, we'd like to get that one out there. Everybody get your hashtag OnlySlabs there, and we'll go ahead and do another giveaway. Thank you to everyone with the super chats and the new channel members. Thank you again all very much. Appreciate that. All going to benefit comics curing cancer. Should be you'll be able to see, actually, if you go to the comics portal, you'll see when I when I get the payouts from YouTube and I go right and deposit in there, you'll be able to see those all show up right in there. So it's all on the up and up, going right to comics curing cancer. See those rolling in. Anything else that we didn't talk about that you guys want to talk about, let people know? No. Excellent. Coming up, I'll be floating around at next appearance for me. If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area, I'll be at the March 5th. Will be Berkeley Comic Show up at Berkeley Adult School. It's a great old school comic book show. So if you're in the San Francisco Bay Area, you might want to check out that show. I'll be out there for that. And then I'll be at the Short Boxed live event in Santa Clara. Actually my hometown. They're going to be doing a Short Box Live, putting on a big convention, a huge list of sellers from around the country coming to be there for that event, and also some pretty big name artists coming out for that event. It's going to be really kind of cool. Of course, we had Gene, the CEO of Short Box, along with Crow on just a couple weeks back. You can check out their episode, and of course, you can utilize, guys, through the end of this month, if you use the code OnlySlabs on any book on Shortboxed, if it's $100 or more, you get $15 off. That basically it's going to cover your shipping, which is nice. Pick up a slab, cover your shipping costs. Short box has been, I've had a lot of great results on there. Even when I had a bad slab, short box took care of it super prompt and amicably. So cool. All right, we're stalling out at 39 out of 54 people watching. We got about 15 people not interested in getting free books, interestingly enough, including there's opportunities to get some slabs here. So I'll give you guys a few more moments, and then we'll pull this trigger because we are at the hour and a half mark, and that's usually our limit for this show. Let's go ahead and let me pull this up here so I can hit it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Good luck to you all. Let's see who's our winner. Could it be?
Boom.
Oh!
Wow.
Looks like I got a shipment going to the UK. Excellent. All right. Chris, he's your favorite name in all of YouTube land.
That's the best. I like Comics by the Bay. Don't get me wrong. I think that's a great handle because it's so deceptive to me.
Well,
but Dr. Von Hoots, Comics from the Spiral Dimension, that's next level. Like
That's
that's
a great name.
it's
just
up
like
there with aggressively relaxing. It's always just it was such a phenomenal.
AR is a good one too. But
Great
yeah,
one too. Yeah, some great handles some of these people have.
And 2 doctors won the giveaways today. So.
Yeah, that's true. There you go. All right.
All right.
So Chris,
all right.
pull them out some good books. Let's see
All
what
right.
we can get the good doctor.
Let's give this for DBH.
Maybe
dual
even
channel
something,
member, by the
maybe
way.
even something that's appropriate for Magic Badger even.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
There's nothing that's inappropriate in here, but
All right.
you know, it's just
All right. Let's just go.
Doctor, give me the news.
Okay. Let's just let that finger ride.
All right.
And stop. In those 2 books, please, Rob. All right. I like when Rob gives me the bug eye. All right, let's do it again. We'll let this one ride. And coming back, stop. Those 2 again, please, Rob. All right. DVH, this is for you. Let's go, Rob. Stop. Right in the middle.
Both of these?
Both of those.
All right.
Now watch your back. Watch your elbow.
All right.
All right. Careful.
Actually, I can put these down below now.
One of these days, everyone, you're going to hear the popping of Rob's back, the way he handles that big old box. All right, let's go.
Oh, that's what.
Up.
Dr. Von Hoot, heading your way first. Detective Comics 27 facsimile.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
This next one, I absolutely love. A matter of fact, I put it on my list to get signed when I'm at Heroes Con because it's such a great cover. The artist will be there. Ladies and gentlemen, Amazing Spider-Man 61, just a simple 2-color or 3-color black, white, and red.
That's cool.
Awesome cover. Just awesome.
That's a nice homage to JR Sr.
Yeah.
The way I look at that. Very nice.
Cable number 5.
Oh, that's a great cover.
Is that Kirkham?
Yes, Tyler Kirkham. Very good.
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe one. Well, no, actually, I'm reading. This one's a little bit more for the doctor, not so much for the Magic Badger necessarily, I suppose. The closest we get to skirting the line, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, number 1.
Nice.
Oh man. Yes.
I haven't seen that one.
That's a nice waterfall right there, everyone.
That's right.
Heads up.
I don't know which issues is. Oh, Powers of X, issue 2. This is signed Jonathan Hickman.
Nice.
Very nice.
See his signature down here, a little COA in the back.
He's actually a little bit of a tougher autograph to get. He only does 1 or 2 cons a year. Very nice.
And last but not least, little Miko Suyen, Wolverine,
Nice. That's a cool one.
issue 3.
Love it.
Classic cover at this point now.
Yeah.
Well, DVH. Boom.
Congratulations, good sir.
Congrats.
Yeah, phenomenal. What a show. Ben Parker Comics, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
Chris, as always, it's a pleasure to have you here with me. There you go. Pow. All of you who joined us today, thank you very much. Again, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribe. Consider being a channel member. Again, the channel membership all goes to Comics Curing Cancer. And, next week, our guest, Comic Gains. So please, guys, thank you all so much. And until next time, make sure you collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, including me. I mean, I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.